the former president, that's Jacob Gedleyihlekisa Zuma, saying he's going to be appealing Judge Pete Coon's dismissal of his recusal application. He wants senior prosecutor Advocate Billy Downer removed over bias. Now, earlier today, Judge Coon set the matter down for trial starting on the 11th of April. And just a short while ago, before we were live in Durban with the president at that Toyota plant, I was speaking to constitutional law expert from the University of Cape Town, that's Michael Osbourne. And I asked him, in case you missed it, that can the president appeal now or later? Because this was a special plea brought in front of Judge Coon at the High Court in Pietermaritzburg within a trial. And Michael, thank you very much for staying on while we were listening to President Ramaphosa there at that Toyota plant. You were saying earlier that, yes, he can appeal now against this ruling that has been handed down today. Won't that further delay the start of the trial, which has now been set for April next year?
I think most likely the answer is yes. It would be unusual for the Supreme Court of Appeal to be able to deal with this expeditiously. There's not much time left in the court term for this year. And in any event, whatever the outcome in Bloemfontein at the SCA, it's always going to be possible for Mr. Zuma, or indeed the state, to approach the Constitutional Court in Braamfontein, which could quite possibly add another couple of weeks or even months. So, yes, in summary, my view is, not having all of the papers in front of me, that Mr. Zuma can indeed appeal Judge Coon's decision. And secondly, the likely consequence is a further delay in the commencement of trial.
Okay, very briefly, Mr. Osbourne, the fact that President Zuma's lawyers have laid criminal charges against Billy Downer just the other day, they went to a police station in Pietermaritzburg, doesn't that also put a new twist to the whole saga?
Well, Judge Coon's view was no. He expressed a skepticism about this laying of charges, all based allegedly on the fact that Mr. Downer had leaked material to the press. Judge Coon was not apparently inclined to accept that, and said that this is an entirely separate matter, and there's no reason why that separately should bring about any further delays.
Yeah, so basically from your reading and your understanding, without, of course, having seen the whole court papers, is we are in for yet another delay because the process will take longer in terms of an appeal in this process. So we should be bracing ourselves for yet another delay in the corruption trial against the former president. Yes,
you can't predict anything with utter certainty in the law, but the probabilities to me look like there will be a further delay, yes.
Okay, Mr. Osbourne, thank you very much for your time and your patience earlier while we were listening to the president there at that Toyota plant in Durban. That was constitutional law expert Michael Osbourne weighing in on the Jacob Zuma trial and his ongoing bid to have senior prosecutor Advocate Billy Downer recused from the case. Basically, Mr. Osbourne saying, yes, the former president can appeal this ruling immediately, and the process with the Supreme Court of Appeal might take longer. And there's that likelihood later on, which we can't predict, this matter might also find itself in the Constitutional Court. So April will come, and the likelihood, well, is that the trial might not begin.